Hello. So this is going to be a very brief update. Like the title says, it's not going to be 20, 30 minutes like my last video blog. It's now 2025, and I've been playing Musician and streaming, as if you're already following the channel, you may have seen, and if you're watching this back after the fact or at some point in the future, you can go back and see. I've made some progress on aligning stuff, so the playing should be in sync with the video, and so should the mic. Also, I haven't had another lesson yet since my last one in mid-December because of the holidays and stuff. So my next lesson, my first one in 2025, will be next week on the 14th. And I honestly haven't really been practicing any of the stuff for that, which is why it wasn't yesterday, and why I pushed it out to the 14th, so that way I can use this week to actually practice what I was supposed to be practicing instead of just doing musician, because I haven't even really been playing outside of doing musician, just because I've been busy with the holidays, with family, helping out with the animals and stuff. And so yeah, my sign homework has been to learn the blues scales. I obviously messed up there. Need to improve a little bit on the memorization, because I can play it. Obviously, I know what it is. I just don't have it memorized very well to play and get it right the first time without mistakes. And then there are other ones as well. That was another one. I'm forgetting. I'll remember it as soon as this is over, but I don't want to take too much of your time. And then there was I Want a Woman by Rat. I know most of the main stuff, like the main riff, and at the end of this, I'll play through it, probably just with the guitar. I'm not going to have the rest of the song in there, because I haven't, I'm going to use Rocksmith, and I don't have it set up to put the Rocksmith audio into the stream, because it's a little tricky, and also trying to avoid the copyright stuff as best I can, and that will help with that. And then also working on pinch harmonics, which I can do. I gotta remember that it's closer, like just in front of the middle pickup. And it'll be slightly different depending on whatever guitar I have, but I haven't really worked on it, but I can get them a lot better than I did in my lesson. And then like the solos I haven't been working on. I worked on the intro bit a little bit, and you'll see me play through that. And then I also assigned myself to look at every C on the fretboard, every note that is a C. Those are just like the ones on the bass part of it. I know there's that one there on the E string. C, that's B, no, that's B, that's C. So it'll be the same there. And then there's also up an octave, but as you can tell, it's taking me time to figure this stuff out. And I can figure it out. It'd be helpful to know it instead of having to take all this time, because that knowledge could be useful at a faster pace. And then let's see. Yeah, so that's really just about it. As far as my total playtime, I've put it in the description of this live, and then when you play it back, you'll be able to see as well. But my musician total playtime is 115 hours and 27 minutes, so that's gone up a bit since the last video blog. And then the Rocksmith has not gone up a whole lot. Says it's just at about a flat 366 hours. The reason I put these in there is to try to give you all a gauge of how much time I'm putting in and what kind of results I'm seeing. And I don't have a great way yet, or I'm not very disciplined about tracking my other practice time, just practicing without using a computer program. But if I do get disciplined about it, or if I have a better way of tracking it, I will definitely try to track that as well, because I want to give you all an accurate representation, but also kind of document the journey for myself. I know I'm saying I'm a lot. I was just screwing in one of the posts on this saddle. It likes to unscrew itself. It's a cheap pawn shop guitar, so I don't expect a whole lot out of it. Yeah, so I'm trying to represent my journey, try to give people a realistic expectation of the amount of time and effort that you put into guitar and learning it, and what sort of results you can get. So that way, if you want to be really fantastic, you can see how much time and effort I've put in to get to be really good and fantastic, which I'm not at yet. And then you can kind of judge, do I want to put that time and effort in? How long, like total hours did it take? But those hours, how many years, across how many years or days or months or weeks were those hours split? So it may have been 115 hours in Yousician, but that might be a 3-4 year progress. And do I want to do that? Do I want to pay for the subscription to be able to put in more time? So it's stuff like that. And then if you just want to be kind of okay, you can play some songs you enjoy. That might be maybe half the amount of time as getting to that really awesome level that I'm not at. Probably not even at this middle level either, but you'll be able to find what point you want to reach, and then find an approximate equivalent time to know what to expect. I know it's different for every person, but that's the whole goal, is just to give people a rough idea, in addition to just trying to document and do whatever for myself out of this as well. So I've been rambling on a little bit too long, so I'm going to play through I Want a Woman. You'll hear my guitar, and you'll see how much I have learned or unlearned. But when I was working on this around the time of the video blog last time, I upgraded in Rocksmith from 89% correct to 91.5% correct. So hopefully we'll be around that 90% range, and I would like to at least get that up a little bit higher, above 95%, whenever I'm happy with my abilities to play the song and would be confident in playing it live for people or whatever. And I've already tuned, but Rocksmith makes me tune. This looks weird, I'm sure. I was turning down the volume of the game because it doesn't use the normal volume controls. I tried to play without looking. I know that ending is real rough. Mostly because there's a lot of movement up and down, and I don't know how well it was actually tabbed out for that. And I just want to let you all know, if you don't know what Rocksmith is, it's very similar to the video game Guitar Hero or Rock Band, but it takes, I got 87%. Wanted to say that before it disappeared. The percent I got right in the song. Yeah, so it's very similar to Guitar Hero or Rock Band, except it takes the input from your guitar and uses processing power to determine like the pitch of the note that you're playing, and then tells you whether you're right or wrong. Instead of using buttons, it'll analyze the frequency of the note to determine your pitch and use that as the metric for how well or poorly you're doing. And it's the real songs. There's a lot of custom stuff out there. You can look it up yourself. And then Musician, they advertised on YouTube a whole lot. I don't really know if they still do anymore. But it was very prominent in all the YouTube ads, and I caved and decided to get it because at the time it was free and most of their features were free. And it was a really great learning tool to learn a lot of the technique stuff for the guitar. Rocksmith is great for learning songs. Yousician was really great for learning technique. If you watch my live stuff, I'll talk a lot about Yousician. Yousician has definitely changed a whole lot since I first started using it. It's now geared, it still has some free stuff, but it's geared more towards their subscription model now. Rocksmith, I've been using the 2014 version. They've come out with Rocksmith Plus, which is also a subscription model. I haven't tried it out yet because of the subscription, but it's got a whole lot of new songs, a whole lot of new features and functionality to it. So if you want to check them out, feel free to. I'm not affiliated with either of them, but those are just the two main learning tools that I have and have been using. That is it. I didn't want to take up too much time. Thank you all so much for watching in and checking how the stream goes, checking out the blog. And I plan to do a video blog after each lesson, so pretty much about once a week, to try to give an update on what I'm doing, what I'm playing, where my skills are at. Have I done well with the last song? Have I hit a wall? That type of stuff. Thank you all so much again, and I will see you next time.